Grimm lands. Salem. So you found one of these High Grimm I've been hearing about? Cinder. Yes, and it appears Torchwick was able to save one from being killed. It seems wishing to repay Torchwick for his deed. Salem. I see. Well, keep an eye on it, since all these High Grimm are so insistent on staying out of my way. I am curious to how intelligent these creatures are. Cinder. It appears to understand Torchwick's sign language, but it didn't show any sign it was able to speak. Salem. Very well. Continue with the plan, I'll await your results. She then hanged up. Watts, these High Grimm are a curious case. Tyrion. How dare they reject worshipping the goddess? Salem. Tyrion enough. There is one in particular who's been killing lesser Grimm out there. And I'm intent on finding him. Later. Beacon classroom. Court. Yada yada yada. Dante. Hey, isn't this blowhard gonna teach us anything important? Nero. I don't have enough brain cells to argue with him. He then puts on his headphones. Lady was researching other subjects on her scroll. John, on the other hand, was reading his book. Team RWY was also goofing around as well as Pinar. The day went on as normal as Team RWY was up to something again. DMC room. Lady. John, what are you doing? John had his ear on a glass cup leaning on the wall. John. I'm doing some work with Oshpin about Torchwick. Dante. The guy that gave us our papers? John. Yeah, we owe him one and I don't run away from paying my debts. Nero. You think Team RWBY is after Torchwick? John. Yeah, since Blake is a former white fan member, I doubt she's not gonna stop as long as they keep terrorizing Vale. Dante. How are you gonna save Torchwick? They're gonna know something is up when they see you there. John. Who said I'm gonna be there? Nero. You're gonna go and Grimm trigger? Dante. You do know they will not be as welcoming when they find out what we are. Lady. I like you guys just fine. Dante. That's because I'm devilishly handsome. He said from behind her as he puts his arm around her shoulder. Then Lady elbows him in the face. Muffled voices. Asterisk son. Hey, count us in. Asterisk. Beta male. Can you please let us in? John. It seems they're at it again. I need you guys to tail them and notify me if anything changes. Dante. You got it, our fearless leader. John. You're beginning to sound like Nora. Nero. And have the same brain cells too. Dante. Oh, up yours. John. What was that? Dante. Up yours, sir. John. Good. Dirtbag. Later in a secluded part of Vale. Blake and Son is seen wearing white fan masks and is following a group. John, on the other hand, was in the rooftops watching them as his scroll rang. When he checked his scroll, it was a waypoint marker from Torchwick. Along with a message. Torchwick. My boss is escalating the plan. You need to know it's going down in MT Glen. John then replied with a text. John. A beacon team is onto you. Do not engage them and avoid harming civilians. Torchwick. All right, I'll lead them to an abandoned warehouse below the freeway. John then entered his Grimm trigger form. Meanwhile, Dante and Lady went in the CCT after Ruby and Weiss. Weiss. Okay, let's call the rest. Ruby nods, not noticing that Dante and Lady following them. Meanwhile, Junior's bar. Young. So Torchwick is up to something? Junior. Yeah, but I don't know where. Young. Then let's go of Junior's color. Yen. Come on, Casanova, let's go meet up with the girls. Neptune. Well, okay. Then they see Nero, who borrowed Dante's bike. Young. Yo. What's up, Nero? Nero. Ha, small world, what are you two lovebirds doing here? Young. No, we're not together, we just came here looking for someone. Neptune. Yeah, besides, I can't help being a ladies' man. Nero. Right? Whatever helps you sleep at night. The two then got on Bumblebee and left. Nero then contacts John. Nero. John, they're on the move. John puts it on conference call as Dante and Lady join. Dante. They're getting ready, John. Whatever you're gonna do to get Torchwick out, you need to do it fast. John DT voice. Got it, don't let them get onto you, make yourself scarce, I'm taking it from here. Back to Roman. Looks like we have some guests. Roman then activates the Paladin. Roman then runs out away from the team, avoiding streets with heavy traffic. Then they arrived at a building near underneath the freeway. Roman. Alright kiddies, bedtime. The battle goes on the same as canon except that Sun and Neptune arrived and helped destroy the Paladin. Then a bullhead arrived and people jumped out of it, revealing it was Ashbin and Glinda Goodwitch, making it near impossible for Neo's illusion to help them escape. Neo then gets ready to fight as a new challenger comes smashing through and revealed. Jaune. Weiss. What in Remnant is that? Ruby quickly gets into a stance and gives her orders. Ruby, team. Ashbin then cuts her off and walks in between them. Ashbin. What or who are you? Jaune. I am the storm that's approaching. Ashbin realizes the catchphrase and prepares to fight to fool the rest, and also Salem's agents that might be watching this fight. Jaune. Torchwick, you and your friend get out of here now. Roman nods as Neo looks at him, then they both shatter like glass. Young, dang it. Blake. Yang, we have bigger problems like that dangerous-looking Grimm man. Ruby. Why is it shaped like a human? Glinda. That is a High Grimm. It's a newly discovered Grimm. It and most of its kind are non-violent, but they appear to be intelligent. Torchwick must have befriended it, and it's simply defending him from us. Weiss. That is ludicrous. Grimm are soulless beasts. Jaune snarls at that comment. Ashbin. Don't let the books fool you, Mishni. For there are a lot more things in Remnant that we don't know about. Jaune then charges Ashbin at breakneck speed. Ashbin then used time dilation and swiftly strikes back. Jaune opted to avoid using Yamato, knowing the students know its appearance very well. He conjures up Mirage, Edge, and Mirage Yamato, ghostly figures of his and his father's blades, and went toe-to-toe with Ashbin, further scaring the students. A Grimm that can rival Remnant's best huntsman. Jaune went for an endless slash while Ashbin used a dome energy shield. Jaune then. Ashbin's sad face. Vergil. He used his magic to telepathically speak. Jaune. They're watching. We will speak of this later. As they broke contact, Jaune spread his wings and flew away into the night. Young. Are you kidding me? It could fly. Sun. Man, if we fought that thing, we'd been toast. Neptune. Yeah. Good thing that the headmaster and headmistress were here. Glinda. While we're on that note, what were you doing here? Teams RWBY and Sun and Neptune all swept. Jaune then found a nearby isolated area. Jaune. Coast is clear. Then Roman and Neo came out of the shadows. Roman. Thanks, friend, that was close. Jaune. I took a lot of dust in my spare time. It is hidden near the red light district. Roman. You're a lifesaver. Oh, you know the plan. Asterisk wink wink nudge nudge asterisk. Jaune. Yes, I will meet you there. Then the Grimm flew off. Neo signs. He really is a nice guy. Roman. What, you falling for him? Neo signs. Who knows what I think? As she walks away with a sway in her hips. Later. Beacon. Ashbin. So they're operating in the ruined city of MT Glen. Glinda. Explains them moving around a lot. But did you have to be in that Grimm form of yours? Jaune. Salem's agents already has eyes on me when I first appeared, but what I'm worried about is Salem. She won't be oblivious of my kind for long. Ashbin. Yes, I hope she doesn't get any more funny ideas. Jaune. Well, the High Grimm won't be interested in her world domination campaign. Glinda. And why is that? Jaune. Unlike the rest of the Grimm, they have brains and know how to use it. And besides, they've chosen to live in this world. After father basically murdered those dumbass brothers. Ashbin and Glinda. Way off.